So you people, what has happened? Where are you? Where are you? I'm here in the Kampala streets and goodness. If you can remember the hectic footage that was here a few days ago, you come back here and you wonder what happened. You people have gone to villages and decided to leave the city alone. So today I'm walking along these streets and I'm showing you how Kampala looks like after Christmas. Now some of you are in villages getting shocked. People are calling you by your botanical names and you're trying to shy off and hide like you don't know. The Momos, the Shanices, the... what other name? You people know those names and you meet somebody and they're calling you your African name that you should be proud of and you're trying to pretend you don't know or even have a clue about what they are talking about. Let me even first sit down here. You can imagine when you're walking around the village and you meet somebody and probably old and they're like, hey, how are you? Do you remember me? And you're like, no, I don't. Oh, you were above, we went to the same primary school, you are ahead of me. And the person you're looking at looks like a grandfather or grandmother. And yeah, it is time you bear with the fact that you are not as young as you think you are. But anyway, let's continue on. Why am I even wasting your time here? I have to show you the streets. So I am going to actually purchase something. I'm planning a giveaway for January because I'm shocked. I've made it 5 months on YouTube. Little did I know a time would come when I'm also on YouTube, but this year has been shocking and surprising, and here we are. If you are new, you can subscribe. I'm giving it away free of charge. There will be 2 equipments. So subscribe so that when the video drops, you can also have the chance of getting some free stuff from me. Where they were screaming people, they are just operating at the basic minimum. And they still hope because not everybody left. You can basically see people are still selling and shopping. Kampala is a hustle and it never stops. While for you, you're trying to put some makeup for every morning to catch up with the sun that you people... I was in the village recently and I can only tell you that the sun in the village hits different. So don't be shocked when you're trying to ask people and they look at you like you have 3 heads. But for goodness sake, who has sunscreen in the village? You should have bought those before you begin disturbing our poor villagers who don't even understand what you're talking about. Just the other day here was utter chaos. Some people never left. The border guys, I can tell you, never stop working. Well, some percentage of them. The noise might be less, but it's town. I'm shocked there are far more people than I expected. I expected to actually find almost empty streets, but the picture I have here is totally different. You people just got tired of villages, I can see. And of course there is a garbage problem as well. Where there are people, there is garbage. I wonder what is the problem with some people. You're in a public space and you're complaining about a camera. I've not even pointed it at you and you seem to be more concerned. If you're afraid of cameras, I used to be afraid of cameras, and the best advice for those people is lock yourself in your home or your place and nobody will ever disturb your peace. Sadly, we live in a world now where there are cameras pointing at you from every corner and street. So I'm going to Galilaya. That's the mall, and I have to pass Gaza land. I was about to ask myself where the street performers of Kampala went to. They are considerably fewer. Let me first go and buy what I have to buy, then I come back and show you what's on the street. So I've reached and I'm waiting for the lady whom I found around here. There's this place is full of electronics. If you're a content creator, these are some of the places you go to. You know those expensive gadgets you see on Amazon? Everything you need, mics, gimbals, power banks, ring lights. You want any of that, this is the place you come to. Yep, so I've finished the shopping. Since I've been in an arcade of electronics, you can guess what I'll be giving. Please subscribe so that you don't miss the video when it comes. Let me begin my roaming, and you'll see how the streets are. Moving towards the Mtasa Cafe Plaza. Anyway, you'll excuse my laugh. I will do some video about phones in the near future, and yeah, you realize why I laughed. Let me move up to the Constitutional Square. The city never stops working. Is my not final conclusion. Not that I'm ending the video, but yeah, people are still milling around. Your new Pioneer Mall. I'd rather use this other side. There is one thing you realize when you move through these malls of how content creation is becoming very important. Like people are selling ring lights, all those phone accessories. Almost every shopping arcade or mall has equipment for cameras. But you can also notice that most are closed. And upwards we go. Nyonomo Kampala, this place is a hive of activity. People miling, and the cars and border guys, they're hooting and screaming. It's nice to sit a little bit like this. Yeah. Of course, when it is less activity means less money, so. Here we have Kampala Road. A little running. They closed off Constitutional Square. I mean, some people call it Freedom Square. No reasons why. And there, I can see policemen and police guys are chilling in there, which is kind of funny because there are other people sitting there. And that used to be a place where when you got tired, you could go over and have a seat. It's like that famous police station by the Namirembe Road, where there is a non-motorized way that was designed, but these guys decided to throw spikes and car tires where people are supposed to ride. And people actually have to leave the walkway and even come closer to the police post itself. Is it a police post? Now that beats my understanding, but there are so many things that don't make sense in Uganda. Neither can I try to understand the reasons why. Wow. Oh, higher and higher we go. You can bet the higher you go. Now these ones will go thinking the higher you go, the cooler it becomes, the less traffic you have. So let's move, then we slope down back to the Kampala Road, then we slope down to the Entebbe Road, and I head down to the park. Those give you a good clue on the traffic and how Kampala is after Christmas. There are road constructions along here. Let's say road reconstruction. They removed the statue of Sir Frederick Mutesa, the first president of Uganda. Anyway, there was some talk about the reasons and all that. But well, let's not go into that. I'm going to the Independence Monument. Just basically people sitting around. I mean, this is the perfect day if you ever wanted to walk in Kampala, and I've seen a lot of people who are walking around, just enjoying the city. these are the most peaceful days when you can walk around with no problem at all. So if you're nearby and you want to use this chance, this is the time when you'd use it. So it basically shows a mother who is holding the baby up, which is supposed to signify the birth of a new nation. And I checked it online, and I heard it said it was made by a Kenyan. Yep. So when we keep talking about our brothers and sisters in other countries, that's what we mean. There's a lot of intertwinement. My English. And our borders were drawn by some white guys in Europe. So, yep. That's why when you hear us screaming about you people, let's come together. That's the reason why. It's still some other people who are dictating what lies where and how we should do interface with others. Then we got our new chief Sugo, who seem to be more interested in also keeping up the same things they found. Well, no time for violence. Let me relax on this. Just a day after Christmas. The baby was born yesterday, and I've shown you the baby Uganda also being lifted. I hope that the baby Uganda is also growing. We want you to grow. The Nile Avenue. The streets on this side are basically saying empty when you can see people traveling by sounds odd. Well, you can say very, very minimal traffic. And this is a really nice day to walk around, to gallivant. That's why this should be a gallivanting video of Kampala after Christmas. I'm opposite Sheraton Hotel. And we are approaching the famous Rock Gardens. I wonder if the trade that used to happen here still does. Yep, somebody is also using the peace and quiet to get some quality sleep along the road. That's how life is. I really like that they have really tried to turn these midway plants. Really makes the city look good. And not only for looking good, but you know the usefulness of plants in taking in carbon dioxide and giving us some oxygen in exchange. I've heard jokes of people who say, maybe we live on Earth to fertilize plants. You die, they enjoy you. They enjoy you, fertilize the soil, and they grow. While for us, we are thinking, we tend the plants such that we can live off them, and it might be the other way around. Well, that's a joke. I had to say that because some people never get these sort of things. Here we are with the famous U-bus. Recently cooked for the census, which took billions of shillings, and in the end they were saying, sorry, we made a few mistakes. With their mistakes. Anyway, let me reserve some comments also. Oh, it was a wedding. It's a wedding. Somebody decided to do it after Christmas. So, some really good messages and smartness. We wish them the best. I won't comment or say anything about marriage. Let me keep my peace. When you marry, we just wish you the best in your endeavors. It is two people who make a marriage, so. The workers' house. I was planning to pass there, but I decided to venture out a little bit more. On your typical Kampala day, this place is teeming with everything. This guy is having his Christmas in style. Back to Kampala Road. I'll slope down. Imagine casually crossing Kampala Road on a day like this. The other days we run like we are lumpens. So you people be like me. You go to the village before Christmas, come back, and then you can walk around the streets like you don't care. You can even, I was going to say you can even sleep, which is a lie. You'll get people who are not so happy with you, and they show you that Kampala is not a joking subject. And let's continue with our walk. These are some of the things that scare me walking at night. You can imagine falling into a manhole that you are looking somewhere else. Ah, goodness. And below is the famous Nile Road, where if you wanted anything sensible printed in Uganda, legal or illegal, that's where we go to. Villagers, how are you? Or you're stoned? I told you that story in one of my videos of what we would do during Christmas. Let me expand it. Families would get together and they make a group, let's say 10 or 20 people. and each one brewed this millet alcohol, the alcohol made out of millet. The Bateso call it ajono. I think that is the most common name. So every family would host the others for a day. So you begin like from 23rd, you're drinking at somebody's place, 24th, you're at somebody else's place. You continue until all the families are done. And as you drink, there is that famous Lingala music playing. If you wonder where we got the love for Lingala in Uganda, probably that's one of the sources. You would drink, dance, you leave the place like at 11 p.m., you come home. If you eat something again, you come back like 9 at 3. Sorry, English came by boat. So you begin like from 3 and go party up until the night, getting high and dancing. And we repeat. Drink, dance, repeat. Drink, dance, repeat. So that's how things were done. So I can suspect that the tradition continues and you're busy off in the villages doing the same thing. I'm approaching the walkway along the Entebbe Road. They call that the Queen's Way. I already have a video on it. You can watch it after I've watched this one. Then a tip for you guys who don't like cameras in public places. I have nothing personal against you. I'm just gathering content and I basically have to shoot a video. If I don't, you don't be watching. You don't have to scream at me because I'm not in your face, and I have no problem with you telling me if like you're in a sensitive place and you say, if you got a video of me, can you, I wouldn't want to be in your things, as some people say. And I have no issue with that. But when you begin screaming, that takes it to it makes it a little kind of different. Like, you do not have to scream at me for me to understand that you want your privacy. And neither will I stick in your face if you don't want to be in the footage somewhere. There are a lot of people who don't mind being recorded, and there are places you go to and people are like, hey, first shoot a video of me, shoot me doing this. I mean, there are those who enjoy it and those who don't. It is all understandable. No need to scream. Talk like a mature person. And it is so easy. So I don't realize where your beef is. If you have issues with the world, find a way to solve it, and instead of trying to find me as something you can use for dumping your anger on. We all have our issues and we find ways of solving it. I know some of you have worked with the colleagues. Guy comes with issues either from home or somewhere else, and they think you should be the one who becomes the mattress of their issues. No way. Take your anger elsewhere. We have also our issues and we never shout and scream. Anyway, back to content creation. Here I'm going to pass through Owino. Owino is the busiest market in Kampala, basically in Uganda. So I'm going to take you there and you see how it is. It might be a little bit different for the Christmas period also. But I think you can now see, you can have a good clue on how Kampala is after Christmas or during the Christmas break. Oh, yes, Evo. Yes. Aneda. So I've heard the guy was asking me if you can pass here at night, and I was assuring him, yes, you do. I personally like this project. In Uganda, the problem is only the cost of some of our projects, which are hyperinflated because the fat cats who are now showing off in the villages have to take their share. But believe me, you could not imagine how hectic it was to cross over this road, and now you have this upper option here where you can walk without worrying about anything. So this is a very, very good project, and I give kudos to the people who implemented this. Just have a look at that traffic. But of course, even still with something like this, you'll find people want to cross down there. And you'll find border guys who are passing the wrong side of the road. But this is a very good venture. And if you compare the traffic now with the videos I've shot around this place, you can see the big difference. People are also walking around taking photos. There were some security guys who were really messing up this place. I mean, if you had a camera, they would come and try to make life miserable for you. I wonder what these people gain from this. Built with public finances, built for the people. They don't want you to take pictures or videos, and they are saying you have to be proud of your country and show it to the outside world. And I'm like, when somebody takes a video of this place, does it explode? Does it break up quickly? It doesn't just make sense to me, apart from people trying to prove that they are working. Let me pass this side. This is a day of peace. Here is a Hindu temple. I was trying to get permission one day to come and shoot. I don't know. If I ever get that permission one day, I'll come and shoot a video about it. I mean, we have had Indians for a very long time in Uganda, but most decided to live their lives, and we also, the Ugandans, decided to live ours. It's like you keep in your lane and I keep in mine, and we live together in our different compounds. So I'm going down to Owino Market. It was named to St. Valley Kudembe, but it seems the name has never caught on. These names are easily changed, but for people to begin using them is kind of hard. I think the entire road has been blocked off. So, but anyway, I want to go into Owino and see how it is. And somebody behind me is asking if there are events at home because I'm also clueless. With the blocking roads in Uganda, you don't have much say. You will just find it blocked and they expect you to find ways and alternatives. Apart from the very important days where traffic police releases out what people are supposed to do. Seems for the rest of the days, you get blocked, you find ways of how to maneuver the streets. The other day, this place was steaming with everybody. There's another entrance here, and that's what I'm going to enter and see how it is inside. This place never stops working. So this is the Owino. This is the clothes end of things. You can say there are fewer people, but still there are people buying and selling. This place used to be like open, but now they built up some structures. Wow. As the market becomes smaller because ham is expanding. That's another topic and subject altogether. But here it is still thriving and working. This was the place you'd come to and find everything you ever wanted. I was even about to tell somebody that if you wanted nuclear fissile material, you'd get it along here. Herbs, fruits, clothes, even traditional gourds and pots, everything you ever want. Back cloth. Sewing places, the chicken and hens, even those who are interested in food. This is the place. Oh my. Man, when this place was larger, you would get lost in here and you even wonder. And this is where we would buy from shoes and uniforms. Okay, the white shirts for uniform. I'm trying to look for the entrance that goes up to the ham side. By the way, there is a church at almost the other end that is called Entebbe Road. One of the Uganda martyrs who was murdered during there. No, this doesn't take me there. That's how they renamed the market to Entebbe Road. Sadly, getting that name into people's mouths will take years and years. The people are fewer, but still, the hustle has to hustle. It goes on non-stop. All these are taking me out. There are many exits and entrances, but you get in there and you even wonder where you're standing. coats. Okay, I've exited out, but not from where I wanted, but that's part of passing through Owino. You just take the route and hope you'll come out in the general direction where you want to come out. This place has spikes. The road has been blocked. So I was planning to come out from somewhere here, but that's the new constructed thing of harm over the drainage channel. It made some chaos and it also died down. So let me go up. So you people, what do you think about our Owino? We call it our, as it is slowly being reduced piece by piece. I wonder how many years before it totally disappears off the face of Kampala. The argument is that we have to have an organized environment, not things that look like that. Others would say it is of cultural significance and needs to be kept alive, and we know how our markets used to be. It reminds me of, is it opportunity cost? From the days I was struggling with economics. Anyway, the parks are almost empty. I'm moving up. I'm planning to do another video around here. This place has a significant drug problem with children who live off the street. And I was planning to come by and do a video along here. You will see it when it comes out. With the link buses, there are people still waiting to go to their villages. So I'm heading back to the Namirembe Road, and there are always back routes you can use to head somewhere in Kampala if you know. I do the other one because there are a lot of street kids, and you could look at the condition. You never know what comes up next.
Yalukaga nani yajivuze wajivuze musajja huyo bamuwa
I wonder when that will ever be worked on. It's a persistent thing, like some of our persistent problems that are never solved, even though we know that they happen every year, all the way through. I think some of the processing happens here. So the sewage processing, as people look through the sewage and they collect what is good. And here we are back to the Namirembe route that I began from. I'm on the upper side of the Namirembe Road as I head to Buckley. We did a walk here with bubbles at night. You can also watch that one and see how the experience was. You can compare that video to this one you're watching along here and you see believe me, they are drastically different. Let me have a seat here, then I explain to you about what I went to actually buy. You people, I've sweated. Anyway, let me tell you about what I went to buy, as I explained to you. I was shocked. It is 5 months since I've been on YouTube, and I wanted to share something with you who have been watching the videos. If you have not subscribed, you can do so, because it won't anyway be a requirement, because for YouTube, I would rather be more interested in somebody who watches than somebody who simply subscribes to something. So that won't be a requirement. But subscribing helps you know when the video comes. I'm just going to do a giveaway of the things I got. I think they'll be beneficial to you, since I told you where I went to, they sell electronic stuff. Yeah, I saw where it was very expensive, and I went to where I found it at a cheaper price. So if you want to get the video before others who will get by randomly, you just subscribe and put on that notification option, and the moment it drops, I think in a week's time it will be dropping. So you wait for it. Very simple things that you have to do, and I will get ways of sending it to you and getting it to you without any charge or cost, just from me. I don't know. Believe me, if you had told me I would go on YouTube, I would have laughed at you, but here we are. I was also so shocked with myself, and I said, well, let me give something to some of the viewers, or some people who want to, who enjoy YouTube. And by the way, it is, if to give you a hint, is a long content creation. Yeah, I will also convince you to join the journey, if it convinces you, but it can also be used at home. You can also use it at office. So if you want to be, if you want to guess, you can guess it down in the comments. What do you think it is? Okay, see you in the next video.